Good morning and welcome to the E-class of St.Xaviers High School, Adipur. Today we are going to study Science of Standard 8, Chapter number 5, Petroleum Part 2. So till now we have studied about the 5.1, okay, the coal, coal tar, coke, coal gas, coke gas, okay. So all was about the coal and the carbon pure form, that is coal. Now let us see the next topic, that is 5.2 petroleum. As we all know that heavy motor vehicles like trucks and tractors run on diesel. Okay, they don't run on petrol, they run on diesel. Petrol and diesel are obtained from a natural resources called petroleum. Petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. As these organisms die, their bodies settle at the bottom and the sea and get covered with layers of sand and clay. So what happened that due to the animals which are present in the sea, if they die, they settle down. As they settle down, the layers of the soils come on it. And due to the tsunami, due to the earthquake, due to the cyclone, the changes occurs and the water displacement occurs. And then what will happen, the layers of soil will come on it and then the air will be compressed. The pressure, air pressure will be formed inside that soil, okay. And how it is not like 1 year or 2 year compression of the gas or the conversion of the dead materials into the gas. It is of the million of years work. Okay, आजकल में नहीं हो जाएगा. It takes millions of years to form the little petrol from the dead organisms. Over million of years, absence of air, high temperature and high pressure transform the dead organism into petroleum and natural gas. See, here the air is absent. Okay, so this whole thing is anaerobic reaction. जो सी के अंदर है, the layers of soil, there is no air because of the water and the sea. There is no air, and due to that, the high pressure is maintained, high temperature is maintained, and these dead organisms get converted into the natural gas, into petroleum. See, this is the figure, okay. In this you can see the compressed natural gas, how it is from the CNG. Here you can see the imperial rocks. Here are the imperial rocks, okay. Under that these things are formed, okay. Suppose this is the upper part is sea. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे rocks and sands आ गए, okay. Then here the dead materials are present which has been converted in these layers. They are present in these layers. Here you can see the orange part. This is the reservoir, okay, reservoir rock, then water, then oil, then gas, okay. And these white one, they are the wells which are formed by the human beings for digging and taking out this gas as well as oil, okay. The world's first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, USA in 1859. 8 years later, in 1867, oil was struck at Makkum in Assam. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai, High, and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. Now let us see the most important process, that is refining of petroleum. How this petroleum gets purified, okay. We get the mixture and then we have to differentiate and make it into a pure form. Petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. Okay, so these are the mixture. Okay, petroleum is a mixture of these things. The process of separating the various constituents or the fractions of petroleum is known as refining. Means we have to separate them, and this separation from the petroleum of different constituents, okay, एक एक जो चीज़ें हैं उसके अंदर उसको remove, उसको separate करना है हमें. So this separation is known as refining. It is carried out in the petroleum refinery. In Jamnagar we are having that Reliance Petroleum Refinery, that is that, okay. Many useful substances are obtained from petroleum and natural gas. These are termed as petrochemicals, okay. The chemicals, okay, which are useful. Many useful substances are obtained from these petroleum and natural gas, okay. They are termed as petrochemicals. These are used in the manufacture of detergents, fibers such as polyester, nylon, acrylic, okay, we have studied in our last chapter. Polythene and other many magnetics. Hydrogen gas obtained from natural gas is used in the production of the fertilizers such as urea. Urea is the common fertilizer. Due to this, great commercial importance of the petroleum is also called, because of this commercial use, it is also known as black gold. Who? The petroleum. Okay, the petroleum is also known as the black gold. Here you can see the different kinds of constituents of the petroleum and their uses. Children, it is very important, okay, it can come in 1 or 2 marks, and it can come 2 to 3 marks, such as that please write the uses of petroleum gas, petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, bitumen. In this way also they can ask. They can also ask in a different manner, that only write the uses of kerosene or write the use of lubricating oil. In 1 mark they can ask this, and they can also ask in 3 to 4 marks that write the constituents of petroleum with their uses. So it can come in 4 marks also. Let us see the different constituents of petroleum and their uses. Petroleum gas in liquid form, that is LPG. Fuel for home and industry. It uses fuel from home and industry. Petrol, motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning. Okay, we all know where the petrol is used for the motor fuel. Okay, it is also used for mopeds, and solvent for dry cleaning. For dry cleaning also it is used. Kerosene, fuel for stoves, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. Okay, so this kerosene is used for the cooking purpose, that is for stoves, lamps, for burning lamps, and for the jet aircrafts. In the aircrafts the kerosene is used. Now the fourth is diesel, fuel for heavy motor vehicles and electric generators. So wherever the heavy vehicle or heavy motor is there, then the diesel is only used. Petrol is not used, diesel is used. Lubricating oil for the lubrication, okay, so that it can go easily. Okay, उसमें कोई भी problem ना हो. वो lubricating oil as you will add ना. If you have ever seen in your cycle that one oil uncle puts, okay, and then that chain gets revolve very fast, and वो बहुत ही fast हम फिर cycle चला पाएंगे. That is the lubricating oil which they are inserting in that. Paraffin wax. It is used for the candles, ointments, Vaseline. So the Vaseline which we are using, that is containing the paraffin wax. As you can see, बहुत sticky होता है and it is very thick because it has the paraffin wax. And from where it comes, it is a constituent of the petroleum. Now bitumen. Bitumen is used in the paints as well as for the road surfacing. As you can see, that black color is there on the roads, okay, so that is of the road surfacing bitumen. Natural gas. Natural gas is a very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through the pipes. Okay, we don't need the trucks to transfer. As we can see, बहुत सारे trucks for the petrol, diesel, okay, but for the natural gas it can be passed through the pipes. Then it is a what? One time cost. Okay, by making the pipes it will regular pass this natural gas. हमें पेट्रोल डीजल का यूज नहीं करना है फॉर द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ द पेट्रोल एंड डीजल. ओके, so this is the difference between the natural gas transportation as well as the petrol diesel transportation. Natural gas is stored under high pressure as compared to the natural gas, that is CNG. CNG is used for power generation. Okay, your full form of CNG is compressed natural gas. Natural gas is now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting and it is a cleaner fuel. The great advantage of the CNG is that it can be used directly from burning in homes and factories where it can be supplied through the pipes. Such a network of pipelines exists in Vadodara, some parts of Delhi and other places. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for the manufacture of a number of chemicals and fertilizers. So this natural gas is used for the production of the chemicals as well as the fertilizers. जो starting का जो procedure है, in that the natural gas is used for that formation of the chemicals as well as the fertilizers. India has vast reserves of natural gas. Okay, we have very nice reserves. In our country, natural gas has been found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. These are the places where in our country the natural gas is present in the abundant form. Some natural resources are limited. Okay, coal and petroleum are the fossil fuels which are limited. It requires the dead organisms billions of years to get converted into these fuel. So ये बहुत easily obtained नहीं हो पाएगा because it needs million of years. Okay, from our ancestors time या हमारा जब earth born हुआ था and the only sea was there. Okay, Adam Eve time. Okay, so that was the time where these things were getting formed. After million of years we got that. अगर हम अभी उसको use कर लेंगे, exhaust कर देंगे, then it will not be present for our children. And what will happen? That our next generation will not get this coal and petroleum, and the situation would be what? That the life will get little slower. Why? Why it will get little slower? Because if we want to go from one place to another, okay, we go in through our vehicles. If we want to go to some other state or a very far place, then we are using car, buses, okay, and for international we go for the flights. So if the fuel will not be there, we will not be able to use these things, and if we will not be able to use these things, then how we will reach to some place fast. Okay, so it is very necessary that these things should be present in our life and for our next generation. On the other hand, the known reserves of these will last almost a few hundred years. Moreover, burning of these fuel is a major cause of air pollution. Children, we don't think so it is hundreds of years. If it is hundreds of years, then also it will become very costly because the sources are getting low and the consumption, okay, the use it is getting extreme. So it can be that completing this whole century we might not get the petroleum or the coal. That's why the scientists are getting merged to the electric purpose. Okay, so the electric cars, electric this, electric mopeds. Okay, this is the big reason to get convert on the electric things. Okay, as well as the consumption will get low of the coal and petroleum, so we will get for more years, and the pollution will get less. Their use is also linked to global warming. It is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. Okay, if suppose we want to go nearby our shop, okay, we take our Activa or a moped and then we go. So what will happen? बस 2 मिनट में आ जाएंगे. No, we should not do. We should walk or we should take our cycle for a small range of distance. Okay, we should not use the fuel if it is not absolutely necessary. This will result in better environment, smaller risk of global warming, and their availability for a longer period of time. In India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association advises people how to save petrol or diesel while driving. See, this is the full form of the PCRA, Petroleum Conservation Research Association. Children, this can be asked in 1 mark. Okay, so please learn this. Let us see the tips. Drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. So the consumption of the petrol will become minimum. Switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Don't switch on the car and sit in the air conditioner. Okay, what will happen if we will go and on the car? Okay, भाई हमें तो ठंडी में we don't want to feel hot, so we want AC. No, we should not do that. We should open our windows, we should switch off our car. Okay, in this way we can also save the diesel consumption or the petrol consumption. Ensure correct tire pressure. Okay, the tire pressure should be correct. Ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. Okay, so for the regular maintenance also we should go, so that the car should not get, or any vehicle should not take more diesel or petrol consumption. Children, so by this we have completed the last chapter of the UT2 syllabus. So your home assignment is to write the question and answers in your science notebook, write objectives in your science textbook, which I will be uploading today itself. Thank you and have a nice day.